L3Harris has been one of the big winners this year. It's up over 30%, but basically flat over the past 3 months, along with much of the defense sector as investors grapple with impact from the government shutdown, spending uncertainty, possible changes to how the Pentagon awards its contracts. Joining me here exclusively at the Reagan National Defense Forum is L3Harris Chair and CEO Chris Kubasik. Chris, it's great to speak with you.
Great to be here. Thank you.
You know, back in January, you were the CEO of a defense prime that came out and said, hey, we have some ideas on how to change acquisition and move more quickly and deliver more to the U.S. government. And now here we are. One of the big themes this weekend is going to be Arsenal of Freedom, because the Pentagon is looking to do just that, overhaul the procurement process. Your thoughts?
Yeah, well, it's long overdue, and I applaud the department for finally getting this document out. They did it in a pretty timely manner, all things considered. You know, last night the national security strategy came out, and what it continues to say is that the threats facing the U.S. and our allies are increasing. So the entire defense ecosystem has to really get on a wartime footing. And I think this transformation at the Department of War is a big step in the right direction. It's very similar to what we did at L3Harris about 2 years ago. We've started to transform ourselves, focusing on AI, focusing on affordability, accountability, innovation, and speed. So there's perfect alignment. I particularly like the focus on the DOW and industry jointly investing to increase capacity. I believe capacity in and of itself is a deterrent. And the last piece will be the multi-year contracts. And I look forward to the DOW starting to award multi-year contracts so that we can have long-term agreements with our supply chain and really empower the defense industrial base to support the warfighter. So exciting times.
For years now, we've been having conversations about solid rocket motors and what it's going to take to produce more, replenish stockpiles. We're just having the conversation about munitions with RTX's CEO Chris Kubasik. Aerojet Rocketdyne, it's one of your businesses, one of the biggest solid rocket motor producers out there. How quickly can you produce and ramp that production?
Yeah, we bought that company about 2.5 years ago. It was not in great shape. Strategically, it was a great acquisition, but it lacked leadership, it lacked investment, it lacked innovation, an outstanding dedicated workforce. And in a little over 2 years, we've completely turned that business around. We're actually delivering on or above schedule or ahead of schedule on most of the contracts. We've been investing hundreds of millions of dollars to increase the capacity. So I think when you look at it now financially, you know, just from that aspect, it's easily tripled in value, and we're well positioned to grow along with the Department of War as munitions double, triple, or quadruple in the years ahead. So exciting times, and we're ready to go.
We see more startups coming into the space, particularly around things like solid rocket motors. How are you navigating that?
Yeah, look, we've been supportive of new entrants and startups, actually, going back several years. We have dozens of partnerships with some of the new entrants that are well known. And as of today, we have equity ownership positions in over 70 startup venture-backed companies. So we're trying to help these companies get through the valley of death. From our perspective, we want to get their technology into our solutions so we're quicker, more innovative, more affordable. And then, you know, down the road, if these entities have some sort of exit strategy, we share on the upside and then can continue to reinvest in the business. So it's exciting times, and proud of the progress we've made.
Massive, massive opportunity across the industry and arguably beyond is Golden Dome. Investors are very focused on what that's going to mean for L3Harris as well. You're starting to hear about maybe some contract awards. I think there was a headline about 1,000 folks selected for parts of Golden Dome earlier this week, but we still don't have a lot of those awards or details. What does it mean for the company?
I think it's a huge opportunity for L3Harris. There's a couple aspects, mainly on the satellite. We're very focused on the missile warning, missile tracking. We have numerous satellites in orbit, numerous in backlog, and we're expecting some awards, some RFPs here in the next few weeks. So I think we're well positioned. On the solid rocket motor or the munition side, large solid rocket motors, PAC-3 THAAD, that's right in our sweet spot. So we're excited. It's only been several months since General Gutlein was appointed. They rolled out the architecture. So things are moving at a fast pace, and we're excited about the future.
And partnering with government, what does that look like with this administration and beyond?
Oh, I mean, that's the business that we're in. You know, we view ourselves as the commercial defense technology company. We think we have the right people, the right infrastructure, the right technology, and the right culture to succeed. We're well aligned. They're going quick. We're going quick. There's more and more focus on commerciality. That's going to be the word of the day tomorrow here at Reagan, I'm pretty confident. And we've been working under a commercial business model for over 20 years. We've invested $2 billion alone just on software-defined radios. We've sold 700,000 to the DOW, 500,000 internationally in the last 20 years. And these are year-to-year competitions. So I'm a big believer in the commercial business model. It's about 20% of our revenue. I'm hoping it's more. I think it's the way of the future, and that's what we're going to need to do as a nation as the threats continue to evolve.